Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Life on FiOS Life on FiOS recap. Tonight, we're going to give you the highlights of tonight's chat, the most important things we want you to know about the Verizon FiOS service. And this video recap is sponsored by Verizon FiOS. Tonight, my co-host is actually Glenn Gilmore. And I know so many of you tweeted this morning about how excited you were to be able to finally meet Glenn. So here he is. Hello, Glenn.
How are you, Monica? Great chat tonight. Loved how many people came on, and it went by so quickly. It really did. It was nice.
I know. These chats usually do, and what I love about them is that we get a lot of questions and people get some answers and they're able to make informed decisions and it's certainly about something as important as internet service, TV service, and of course the voice service that they are now able to choose from for their homes and for their businesses.
Mhm.
I know that we recently persuaded you to change over to Verizon FiOS. So now that you've been on the service for, what would you say, is it about a month now?
It's barely a month, I would guess. And I got to tell you what I find most exciting. As you know, I'm really a mobile person. I'm always on the go. And look, I'm even going to show the FiOS app. I've got the new phone with the larger screen, and I've got to tell you that the FiOS app is absolutely fantastic. And one of the last things I tweeted during our chat tonight, and I truly mean this, I'm a brand ambassador, but let me tell you, when I started playing with the FiOS app and see how great it is to view TV in real time, and I'm a news junkie. So when I say TV, I'm watching BBC, I'm watching CNN, and it's great, it's crystal clear. I also like the Discovery Channel and the travel, and you've got a whole bunch of those. And I just started scrolling through. I'm thinking, wow, this is terrific. And then as we were having the conversation tonight about scary movies, again, just playing and exploring with the FiOS app, I thought, well, let's see what it does when I have a question like that. So I just went to the search box and I put in Poltergeist because somebody had mentioned that movie, and I had no idea. I kind of knew that there was a second, or I thought there was a second, but right away there came up with three because somebody said there were three, and I was like, really? And lo and behold,
Yeah.
yeah, well, but the person who mentioned that there were three said that one was enough. And so I think we saw the good one if we saw the first one.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that, and again, this is what I say when I say it's scary, the fact that you can easily just check out your app, and if you've got a tablet or you've got a larger screen smartphone, whether you're on the road traveling or whether you even in bed at night and want to watch something, it makes it very easy. So I'm really enjoying that. And of course, as I mentioned early on, when we were talking about the switch over to the FiOS, for me, it's so important to have speed with the internet, reliability with the internet, and I've seen a significant difference between the two. And I'm still working on a higher speed, which I'm really excited about because what I have already is much better than what I had before. So I thank you for nudging me to make that switch. It was a nice switch to make. Thank you.
We have to thank Ann Tran who introduced us, and I remember saying to her, I'm actually looking for someone in this, Philadelphia area because it's such an important market. It's such a big market, and we want to find, the best person there. And she's like,
Yeah.
okay, I got you covered. I'm gonna
Uh,
connect you
well,
with Glenn. Yeah.
Ann Tran is just a wonderful, beautiful person, and for those who are on Twitter, you probably know her because just about everyone on Twitter is one of her followers. But having had the pleasure of meeting her in real life, she's just always thinking of other people, and so delighted that she made the introduction because already I love the service. I'm still exploring the services, love the app, and love being part of the Life on FiOS program as well. It's a lot of fun already.
It's interesting, though. I just want people to know that when we first talked about, joining the team and enjoying FiOS and then just sharing whatever you thought about it, there was no stipulation. You don't have to say anything positive. You can just say whatever you think. And you said, well, I'm going to be totally honest. So, whatever it is what I'm going to say.
Well,
So
I also recall, Monica, when you first reached out to me, one of the emails that you had when I said I would do that, uh, you had kind of made a comment that I think this is going to be a good thing because I did warn you, for better or worse,
yeah.
I have to tell it like it is, and the nice thing is that it's worked out well. But those who are connected with me know that if there's a problem, I'll do my best to share it with them because it's good for everybody. And I just am excited about the exploration of the files and especially the mobile applications as well to it. And I think once people play with it, they'll have a lot of fun with it, and it will be scary.
Well, yeah, this is
Wait. Did I do the mask yet? No, I didn't do the mask. No, it's
you are the man.
not very scary though. I don't think that's very scary, but it is a
Not
mask.
scary. No,
No, all right.
you're a big teddy bear. That's not scary yet.
All
Got
right.
better than that.
Sorry.
Yeah, one of the things that we definitely wanted to remind people is that, first of all, uh, sadly, FiOS isn't available everywhere. But if it's available to you, I can tell you that I don't know a single person in the last 8 years that I've been a customer that hasn't said, "Oh my gosh, it's so superior. It's so much better." And I think one of the things that it's important to know is that fiber optic technology is just superior. And take, for example, the upload and download speed match, right? We now use the cloud for everything. I was at a field hockey playoff game a couple hours ago, and one of my clients called and said, "I cannot get that file downloaded." So from my mobile phone, we were able to do so many things, but not enough to actually download a giant file. I get home, FiOS networks fired up, and within 2 seconds, the file was downloaded and everything was ready to go. So there's so many and so many important applications of both download and upload speeds that are only available on FiOS, and so if you have it available in your area, you really need to think about
and
those things.
and Monica, the nice thing is that in my area we have it, and literally when I say for years we have had it, and I've been aware of it, and on my list of many things to do, it has always been to switch over to the Fox because we know it's better, and yet just in the pile of things to do, it takes that little bit of a nudge. So those who are in areas and have been saying, is it worth the trouble? It really isn't trouble to make the switch and make the switch because you'll notice it right away. You'll notice the difference right away.
That's so funny. My favorite thing is, I always want to be the cool parent in the whole school, right? This has always been a goal in life. And I love the
Uh-huh.
fact that you said when your daughter came home, you didn't tell her anything, right? And she noticed the difference
Oh,
in the internet speed.
and also too. I mean, this is one of those frightening things. When you make a switch, this affects the entire household,
Yeah.
and so a little bit of fear. Here we are on the Halloween show. A little bit of fear. I just went ahead and made the switch, and it affects not just the speed, but also the selection of channels. And when she got home, of course, one of the first things she did was to turn on the television in a big screen in the living room. And she says, "Oh my God, I love this! Look at these channels! Look at what we have!" And suddenly I won some major points where I had wondered if that would be the case. It was so.
You noticed. You
Oh
noticed.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
My
So
favorite episode on being the cool house is there was I forget exactly. I think we had a flood. It wasn't Sandy, but some event in the school, and the whole debate team could not practice in school, and so we had them come over to the house, and there were 22 kids, 22 debaters.
uh
They were working on their papers and cutting cards and all these new vocabulary words that I did not know existed until debate.
uh
And this is LD, Lincoln Douglas debate. And they were all on the internet. They were all on the Wi-Fi, and nobody skipped a beat. And the coach came up and said, "What are you on? Like, there's
uh.
no lag time. There's no stuff. 22 kids on the internet at
Wow,
the same
wow.
time. Yeah,
Uh,
plus all of our devices, of course, at the
uh,
home." So I
sure.
was like, wow, that's a really cool thing. So of course now we're the home of choice when when people need fast internet service for the debate team.
And of course, too. So many homes have so many devices in it because every kid has got a couple devices now, and so it becomes very important for homework. It's important for playtime too, but it's also important for the work that we do, and for kids who need to get work done, and so it's got all the right reasons to do it. You know.
Yeah, yeah. And so one of the things that actually, one of the sort of latest news, if you're in the New York area, Verizon is offering Netflix as a test of a new cable bundle. And so how fascinating is that? Now, I don't think there's any limit to the possible library of TV shows and movies that you could possibly have. So be sure to check that out if you're in the New York market and you have FiOS. Um, Now you can have that, tell us what you think about that Netflix test. It should be pretty interesting. We're also, I forgot to say, we are going to give away a prize. We actually have this really fun, it's a Motorola Roadster. It's actually useful for your car, and it's wonderful if you actually need to be hands-free. This is also the month of teen safe driving month. So if you have a teen that's driving, perhaps this is a good gadget to use so that he or she will be hands-free while driving. And we just wanted to give you a prize for the Live on FiOS chat, and thank you so much for attending. We usually do award the prize to the person that tell us, what they learned during this recap. Tell me a little bit just about your work. We want to know a little bit about your background, Glenn, because I know most people know you on Twitter and they're watching on Twitter, but for those that may not be as familiar with you, tell us a little bit about what you do.
Sure. I actually have the privilege of teaching social media and digital marketing at Rutgers, and one of the things that I especially like about that is that I've had a chance to do a lot of different areas of social media and digital marketing, from helping public officials understand how to use social media in times of crisis, and to help big brands understand how important it is to humanize their brands, to listen better, to communicate better. And so I get to participate in a lot of different executive type programs. Mini MBAs is what Rutgers calls them. And we're also shifting a lot of the courses to online courses. And excuse me, that's where it becomes even more important to have good service here, because oftentimes I'll have classrooms that I conduct from my home office here, and I'll have students in London, Honduras, and yeah, so that an added incentive for me to make sure I've got the best internet service possible. And also next month I'll be heading to actually Dubai and Jordan to speak about social media marketing. And so I try and work with a variety of enterprises, from some members of the Fortune 500 to some nonprofits, and I like to weave what I do in terms of being a social media consultant, helping people understand how to use social media for marketing, with my being an instructor at Rutgers as well. So it's a lot of fun, and it gives me an ability to travel to a lot of places, and through social media, through Twitter, I just try and, I always say, I just share my journey of learning with others in the process, and make great connections too.
Well, I'm thrilled because you're our first professor, university professor. So that's a very highbrow, and I'm sure it's going to elevate all of our understanding of social media and social media marketing. And I've been a big fan and follower for a long time, and so
Sure,
I'm
good of you to
thrilled
say.
that
Thank you.
we're on the same team together.
Thank
So one of the last things I want to make sure people understand and learn about FiOS is that there's also incredible parental controls. And so if you are acquiring or switching over to FiOS, you can be assured that you can actually control. There's filters, and you have antivirus, and you have all kinds of protection in the home right on the router, at the router level. In fact, I think you can see my router right behind me, and it's always buzzing, in fact. So if if you want to make sure that your home has filters for your little kids, and actually kids of all ages really should have filters of some kind, then FiOS is a really great alternative as far as parental controls are concerned. So I'm thrilled about that because it certainly helps a parent's job when you don't have to worry about so many of the inappropriate content or things that you're not prepared to discuss with your children quite when they're so little. So
And Monica, you also mentioned too that one of the things I liked in making the switch was the information about the fact that there's additional malware protection, and when everybody is getting hacked these days via the internet, it's nice to know that Verizon is providing an additional layer of security and coverage in that respect as well.
yeah, it's there's stuff I don't want to see for sure. So I actually set up the filters to protect everyone. And when you have 22 debaters in the house, you certainly don't want accidental landings on sites that are inappropriate. So really having that protection from the network level is very important. So you don't have to rely on the devices necessarily. So I'm very grateful for that. And we're wrapping up. This is usually a 15-minute chat. I am so grateful for you attending the recap with us today, Glenn.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
I know that all of the Life on FiOS team is going to come together, hopefully in the not so distant future. So I look forward to meeting you live.
That'll be
And
wonderful.
I just understand you went to the opening, or actually it was a pre-screening, right? Yesterday of
It
Empire?
was a pre-screening of Empire. For those who don't know about it, it's a great new series that's coming out in January on Fox. And again, this is where I try and be as honest as I can be. I had no idea whether I was going to like this production at all, except I saw the trailer, and I would encourage folks to go on YouTube and take a look at Empire and do a search for Empire and Fox and watch the trailer. You will love the trailer, and when you watch the trailer, doesn't matter who you are, because I think the descriptions don't do it justice. When you watch the trailer, you're going to say, this looks really good. I can tell you that when you watch the entire program, the premiere program, you love it. You love everybody in it. There's strong characters, incredible personalities. It's big drama. It's very funny. It's very sad. And at the end of it, I said, "Wow, this is it's." I can tell you that it's a groundbreaking sort of. It will be a groundbreaking sort of series in a lot of different ways, and you have to watch it to understand why I'm saying that. So I enjoyed the opportunity to go last night, and I encourage those who aren't aware of it, go to YouTube, search Empire, watch the trailer, and once you do, I think you're going to want to make sure that you stay tuned in January for the premiere. And let me tell you, you'll enjoy the premiere. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's so good to know. I know you went with Kathleen to Cosmo, and
She's a sweetheart, and
yeah,
she brought her son along. He's just a charming young man, so it was a really nice evening for us all.
I'm so grateful that Verizon FiOS was able to provide that to us,
I am
and that
too.
you got to enjoy and meet the producers and hobnob with some of the Hollywood stars, Glenn.
All down to earth, really sweet
No.
people. Yeah.
Well, they were probably just as impressed hobnobbing with you.
Well,
I'm so grateful you could come on. I'm also super grateful to Misty McPadden and Marty for helping produce this video recap for us tonight.
here, here.
I hope that you all got a lot of good information, and if you have any more questions and you would like to get an answer right away, just feel free to keep on tweeting. We will come back and reply to any questions that you might have. I know that we posted the FiOS map so that you can check and see if FiOS is available in your area. And any other questions, just let us know. Our winner tonight of this Roadster 2 is Nicole underscore 9259. We're going to tweet that. And congratulations, we're going to ship that over to you first thing tomorrow morning, as well as the winner of the Twitter chat Life on FiOS, the Kindle Fire. That was one earlier. So thank you so very much to everyone. Thanks to Jean, to Lynn, and to everyone who joined the chat tonight. Have a good night.
Thank you. Thank you.